I'm gonna trickle in here. It's good to see you guys. Let's see. Let's see. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this Q&A up here in the corner really fast. I gotta change my name. I do that every single time. Let's see. How can I do that? I always forget how to do that. Maybe I'll just be Sarah today because I can't figure it out fast enough. Wait, I think I remember now. I think it's like this. Wait. Wait. Got it. Okay. I'm Hunter. I'm one of the coaches here in the program, the Center for Overcoming. You guys have seen me in the school kind of sharing some things and all that good stuff. Um let's see. Okay. Go ahead and I like to start off with a question that has nothing to do with, you know, overcoming pornography or anything like that. I just like to get to know you guys a little bit. So go ahead, and we had this confusion last time. Um, when I say like the chat or open the chat or look at the chat or anything like that, it's just the Q&A down at the bottom. So if you click the Q&A, you'll be able to find where you can share things. Okay. I'm curious, what is your, I asked this question yesterday as well on the call that I had. So I'm curious, what is your favorite genre of music, whether that's of all time or just like right now. I'm just curious. Go ahead and throw it up in the Q&A what your all-time favorite genre of music is. Austin says so much great music. Yeah, no, literally. Go ahead and throw up there what you got. Christian and country, jazz, rock, fusion, and Christian. Oh, Christian music's just so good. My wife listens to that when she goes to the gym, and she's convinced she can lift heavier weight with it. So good stuff. Tie between hip hop and pop. Hip hop is in like Joshua is in like rap. Is that what you're referring to strictly? And if so, like what artist? I'm curious. Very frequent these days, some video game music such as Minecraft. Dude, I could go to sleep to Minecraft music, honestly. Pop electronic like John Bellion. Oh, Billie Eilish, Tori Kelly, good stuff. Disco, bluegrass, banjo, electronic, good stuff. Awesome, awesome. My favorite is it's a tie. It's a tie between country music. I'm just a diehard. I just love country music. Um, and then on the whole flip side, I love like a solid um punk rock music. Like just like so just oh yeah, punk rock is just the way to go. Yeah, Nas, Kendrick, Common. Yeah, good stuff, man. Country punk rock with the hip hop mixed. Yeah, Austin, that's literally me too. I lean more towards, like country and punk. But I'll throw in some rap and hip hop in there every once in a while. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. See, okay, there we go. Now you guys know how to use the chat. You get to know a little bit about each other as well. I love a dumb question like that because it's fun. Punk will never compete with Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd. Glenn, okay. Shooting shots out here. No, I will say, that genre of music as well, because it's not really. What would you describe that genre as, Glenn? Because it's not punk rock. It's more just rock music, right? Just like solid. Yeah, legendary rock and roll. Yeah, that's totally what I would say too. Classic hard rock. Yeah, I totally agree. Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd. My wife's family, they're all about that hard rock, and I grew up with some more punk rock stuff, The Offspring, Sum 41's probably one of my favorites. So good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, I love it. See, super basic question. Good stuff though. Gets the conversations going. Okay, welcome today to the webinar. I'm so excited about today. I'm gonna try one thing really quick. Um, Before we get started, I want to see if this works for you guys. Okay. Now, I'm gonna share the whiteboard. But if people start to draw on it, or if you guys have the opportunity to draw on it, I'm gonna have to take it away. I feel like a parent, because I don't know if I can like do it with just the host. Maybe if I click host only, or allow like maybe like this. Let's see. Let's see. If I click whiteboard, new whiteboard, can you guys see this? Can you guys like, okay, I'm getting some yeses. Okay, so if I do this, and you guys can't write on it, right? I don't. So like if you guys, can you guys see this? Okay. Yes. Yes. Perfect. Oh, that is so good. This helps me so much. I was on or like on this before trying to figure it out. And I, for some reason, could not do it, but I was just nervous that you guys would all of a sudden like go on and start drawing things. I was like, "Ugh, it's not what I want to do." 70s, 80s, and 90s pop progressive rock, good stuff. All right, awesome. Okay, so today, the whole goal today is we're gonna learn a very valuable tool that, in my opinion, and I was on a meeting with Sarah earlier today, and she was asking me like, "Hey, what is one of your favorite tools that you used when you were going through the program?" And for me, it was the CTFAR model. And um, you go ahead and throw it in the chat. Does anybody know what the CTFAR model is? Have you heard about that? Whether that's in the podcast or outside of this program, has anybody heard about it? I want some yeses or nos. Throw them in the chat. I'm curious. Not sure. Yes, no. Okay. Yes. Oh, good. Okay. I'm getting mixed answers here, so this is perfect. The people that said yes, we're gonna go about it in a way that can help a ton. Okay. And so I want you to stick with me, even if you're familiar with it. The people that said no, this is gonna change your life. And obviously, I may be over exaggerating a little bit, but honestly, like this tool is so helpful, like so good. Okay. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and share my whiteboard because it worked. And I'm gonna lay this out really quick, okay? Like I said, I didn't do it before because I let's see, CTFAR. Because I didn't know if this would work or not. So we're kind of winging it here, guys, with me. So bear with me here. What the? Okay, I don't know what this arrow is. Let's delete that. Okay, CTFAR. Everybody can see this, right? Good. All right. Just thumbs up is perfect. Awesome. All right. So this tool right here, this model is going to be the most valuable thing, um, honestly, that you will learn ever. No, I'm just kidding. But it is a very helpful tool. This is called the daily model. You don't have to do it daily, but it's really helpful to know. Okay. If you guys have any questions throughout this, by the way, go ahead and throw them in the chat and I'll get to them. I've got the chat pulled up right here, so I can see it. Let's see, I'm gonna do one of these. Perfect. All right. Chat's pulled up right here if you guys have any questions. Okay. So CTFAR, the people that know, like I said, please bear with me here. The people that don't, so follow on. Okay. So this first, oh my goodness gracious. Super frozen. Okay, circumstance. Okay, the C stands for circumstance. Let me make this bigger. And I'm going to do one of these so I don't bug the people that are, is that how I spell circumstance? It doesn't look really that accurate. Um, okay, so the C stands for circumstance. I'm going to walk through every single one of these and then I'm going to jump back and talk to you about, what this really all means. Okay. C stands for circumstance. And by the way, if you guys have a pen or paper, please write this down too, so you guys don't forget. Okay. Okay. The T stands for thought. Okay. Circumstance, thought. The F stands for feeling. It feels weird just typing like half the word. Let's see. Okay. Hopefully you guys can still see this. It's like getting smaller and smaller as I go. Let's see. That's so good. I'm so good at this. Okay. The A stands for action. Okay, A stands for action. And the R, holy freaking smokes. The A stands for action, and the R stands for result. Okay. You guys seeing this all right? Following along? It's rocket science here at the beginning. All right. Um, let's see. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Circumstance, thought, feeling, action, and result. Now, this model right here is going to allow you to honestly get any result that you're wanting. Okay. If your result is to overcome pornography for good, this is where you're going to start because it's such a valuable tool. If your result is, hey, I want to learn how to process an urge every day. Okay. This model is going to get you there. It really, really will. Okay. And that's not just me saying like, oh, this is going to work. I promise you, like if you utilize this tool, get really familiar with it, you're going to find a lot of success here. Okay. So the circumstance. Okay. I'd put in parentheses here, factual. Okay. So the circumstance, whatever you're going through, has to be factual. Okay. So an example for me, and I can write this down as well if you guys want me to. I'll do this. Okay. So if my circumstance is, whoa, that's huge. My heavens. Bear with me, guys. Please be patient. Okay. If my circumstance is um pornography, I need to make this bigger. I view pornography every Tuesday night. Okay. Now, if I say I want someone to argue against me with that, like that would be literally impossible to argue. Okay. That's how you can tell if it's very fact-based. Okay. I don't want it to be, oh, I view pornography every day, or like not every day, sorry. That's factual too. I view pornography a lot, or it's hard for me to stop viewing pornography. Like that type of circumstance is very opinionated. And in this exercise, we want it to be very factual. Okay. So in this case, and this is just my example I'll be going through today, is I view pornography every Tuesday night. Okay. That seems pretty factual. Okay. Now, um, and so you got to remember, like C has to be factual. Okay. Now the thought of I view pornography every Tuesday. Go ahead and throw in the chat for me. What is a thought that comes to mind when you guys think to yourself? And it doesn't have to be every Tuesday, right? But it could be anytime that you view or if you slip up. What's a thought that comes to your mind when you read I view pornography every Tuesday or every Wednesday or Thursday? What thoughts come to your mind? Go ahead and throw that in the chat. And we'll use one of those examples. Thought I can't last more than a week. Okay, yeah, that's really good. I shouldn't be doing this. Oh, I love these. Sad, scared, ashamed. Okay, Austin, I'm gonna pause on that for a minute. That's gonna be further up down the road. Okay. Is this a truthful thought or a lie? What's wrong with me? Feeling, yep, Austin, you got it. Okay, these are all so good. I appreciate you guys being willing to share these. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do um I'm gonna do Rod, can I use your thought of this? I shouldn't be doing this. Okay. Whoa, this is really big. I shouldn't be doing this. Okay. That's a very valid thought. Okay. And I think this is gonna go really well with how we go about the next little bit. Okay. Perfect. Awesome. Awesome. So your thought of the circumstance, I view pornography every Tuesday night. Your thought is I shouldn't be doing this, right? And obviously that's gonna be pretty, frustrating. Okay. Um, Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead. I need to make this way smaller. All right. Now, when you think to yourself this thought of I shouldn't be doing this, or I'm going to make this even more specific and say, like, I shouldn't be viewing pornography. Okay. Just a little bit more specific for it. Um, Oh, sorry. Is this a truthful thought or a lie? So, I want this to be like if you really think to yourself, if you turn inward and you think to yourself, I view pornography every Tuesday night. What thought comes to your mind? Okay. So it can be truthful, if you believe it, Obviously the goal is to eventually get to the point where, you know, we'll get to that in a minute, but I'm just gonna I'm just gonna say that. Um, it's just whatever thought comes to your mind. Okay. Well, we're gonna touch on truthful thoughts and lies uh further down the road today. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I shouldn't be viewing pornography. All right. Now, if you guys think to yourself, and we're gonna do this again in the chat, if you guys think to yourself, I shouldn't be viewing pornography, what feelings come to mind? Or I wouldn't even ask that. What feelings arise when you have that thought of I shouldn't be viewing pornography? Okay. Austin said a few: sad, scared, ashamed. Go ahead. I I'm professional. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Horrible feelings, frustrated, disappointed in myself. Yeah. Okay. I love those. I'm gonna go ahead and let's go throw in a few actually. Let's write, two or three down to kind of help. For some reason I cannot freaking do this. Shame, guilt, and shame. Okay, disappointed in myself. Yeah. I'm just gonna pick a couple. We'll go frustrated. We'll go um feeling, yeah, we'll go shameful. I like that actually. That's really good. The reason I'm not gonna put guilt in there, we'll touch on in a minute. Okay. Shame, and then let's do one more. Sad. We'll do sad. That's pretty universal. Okay. Make this bigger so you guys can actually see it. Is this too small? Can you guys like see this as I'm writing this down, or is it too small? Like, do I need to make it bigger? Very clear, all good. Okay, good. Because I don't know, depending on what you guys are using, it might be a little tricky to see. All right. So your feelings, frustrated, shameful, I'm not gonna do shame. I'm just gonna do shame, not shameful. Shame, feeling sad. Okay, all these things. Michael just shared, disappointed in myself, shame. You got a lot of self blame. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I love this, and I feel like this is a good example for today. So thanks for bearing with me, guys. Feelings, frustrated, shame, and sad. Now, when you guys look back at those feelings that you guys have here on the board, um, and if you're even you can even be thinking to yourself, well, what, like, if I'm feeling frustrated or if I'm feeling a lot of shame, what action are you going to be taking? Is it going to be an action of, oh man, I'm going to overcome this for good, and I can do this? Or is it going to be, man, I'm never going to overcome this for good, right? If you have that shame and that disappointment and that frustration driving your feelings, you're not going to find an action that aligns with you, right? So an action could be, and you guys can throw some in the chat too. I'm going to write this one down. This might help and help you guys a little bit get an idea. An action could be, just sitting around. Whoa, sitting around, um, no commitment. What did he say? Let's see. You'll probably look at porn. Yeah, it's true. Retreating. Whoa, I love that word. I haven't heard that one ever. John, I love that word, retreating. And that could be, you know, with, uh, retreating from the, the journey that you're trying to overcome for good. It could be retreating from, your relationships, from your family, from your friends. I love that, John. Thank you. Retreating. I love that. That's going to stick with me for sure. Thank you. Thank you. All right. A couple other ones. Give up. Yeah. Yeah. You're going to give up, right? Because if you have these negative feelings towards yourself, the chances of you having an action that aligns with the values of overcoming for good is probably not going to happen, right? Probably not going to happen. Um, let's see. Here, oh my gosh. Sorry, I have to go unlock my door really quick. I'll be right back. Give me 10 seconds. Sorry. Oh, there we go. So sorry, guys. I locked my wife out of the house. What a great person I am. Okay. So it's like running a marathon on Coke Zero and Doritos, as Sarah said. It ain't good energy. It's true. It's true. Um, yeah, I thank you guys so much for sharing these actions with me. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so if your action is to sit around, to not have any commitment to really do anything, no desire, and you're retreating from whatever it may be, what's your result going to be? Go ahead and throw it in the chat. What's your result? This one's not really a trick question. I mean, maybe, I mean, yeah. Let's see. No chart or no change. Probably will look at porn. Yeah. No change. I love that. No change. Holy smokes. Change. View again. Whoa, what's going on? No change. View again. Why is this so big? Here we go. Right, there's good. View again. Disasters happen. I love that. Disasters happen. The walls came in. The opposite of your goal that you want to accomplish. Yeah, it really is. It's the total opposite goal of what you're looking at. No change. View again. Continue to. How do you spell wallow? Is it like this or is there no H? Wallow. Oh, there we go. Here we go. All right, yeah. I love this. I love this. Okay. And this is obviously going to be a negative model. Okay. Let's see. Think. Negative model. I know it's super small. Let me get it bigger for you guys. Okay. Now, this right here is a negative model. Okay. Your circumstance is, I view pornography every Tuesday. Your thought of that is, I shouldn't be viewing pornography. Feeling of frustration, of shame, and sadness. Your action of that is sitting around, no commitment. You start to retreat. Your result is no change. You again and continue to wallow. Okay. Now, is anybody confused so far? Because obviously, you're probably like, why in the world are we talking about this? This has nothing to do with my success here, right? Now, this is where the magic happens, okay? And I'm not I love this portion of the model because it allows you to recognize that you can get a totally different result with the same circumstance. Okay. I know that sounds wild, but check this out. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit and bring this over. How do I drag it over? Here we go. Drag it over a little bit. Change the variables. Yeah, you've got it. You got it. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna do this because I want them side by side. Maybe I can make it a little bit bigger. Why is this like so hard for me? Okay, here we go. We'll draw a pretty line right down the middle because why not? Okay, and I'll make one. Whoa. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and do this CTFAR one more time over. Actually, I don't need to do the CTFAR. I guess we can just. You guys are smart enough. You guys know. C is the good first one. Okay. Um. All right. We're not gonna change our circumstance. Okay. So if I come over here, woo, you guys are probably laughing at me so hard because of how horrible I am at managing this right now. Okay. I view pornography every Tuesday night. Okay. Circumstance. Notice that it's the same. I'm going to say that over and over and over again while we fill out this positive model. Okay. The reason why I'm going to be saying this over and over again is because it's really important to recognize that your circumstance will not change. It will not change. Okay. And you're going to be able to get a whole different result. All right. Now, obviously, you can change your circumstance if you're doing a whole different model, but for the sake of this one, this is what I mean. I'm not trying to say like you're never going to view pornography again or you're whatever. Okay. So circumstance on the negative model, I view pornography every Tuesday night. Circumstance on the positive model is the same. Here we go. All right. Now, this is what's going to be a little different. Okay. And we're going to work, not going to work backwards fully, but I want to start down at the bottom at the result. Okay. Now, What is a result that you guys want? Tell me a result. What are the results that you guys want for being here at the Center for Overcoming? What are the results that you want for, working so hard to do what? Do what? Go ahead and throw it in the chat. Never look at porn again. Okay, keep going. I want more. That can be I can and will change. Yeah. Yeah. However, we're gonna touch on that in a minute. Not view on Tuesday night. Yeah, John, that's perfect. Perfect. Never be triggered by porn. I don't want to view porn. My goal is to stop my minor porn habit, which is once a month at least. Okay. Live a good life. Austin. That's a banger right there. Okay. Now we can do a few of them. Let's go ahead and throw a few in there because oh my gosh, where the heck did my text box go? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go ahead and throw in let's see, let me scroll back up a little bit. Um how do I say that? Don't allow pornography to control me. Process emotion slash urges, and live a great life. I think that's great. Okay, now let me make this bigger so you guys can actually see what I wrote down. How does that look for you guys? Does that look good? Result: don't allow pornography to control me, process emotions and urges, and live a great life. I think that's beautiful. I think it's great. Okay. Now let's go ahead and yes, looks good. Perfect. Now, obviously, jumping from circumstance to result, I mean, it's going to be pretty tricky to do, right? That's like throwing a Hail Mary downfield, right? Like the chances of that happening are pretty slim. Okay, of all of a sudden noticing your circumstance is this, and then all of a sudden it's your result is different. Okay, but we can work our way through on how to get to that result that we want. Okay, let's jump back up to our thought. What's a thought that you could have towards this circumstance that can get you to the result you want? What do you guys think? Is this the chat for the webinar? Yes. The question and answer is the chat for the webinar. I can do this. Love that. Keep going. I'm on a couple more in there. I don't know how in the world to do this. This is so tricky for me. I can choose what to do. I should do something else with my time on Tuesdays. I don't have to view it every Tuesday. Whoa. No way did someone say that exact same thing. Holy smokes. Okay, let's just point this out really quick. Glenn and John said the exact same thing word for word. Basically, I don't have to do it, or I don't have to view porn every Tuesday. And it was back to back. Boom, boom. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's go ahead. Let me delete this little arrow really fast. Okay. I love these thoughts. These are so good. Okay, I'm gonna throw a couple of them in here. I'll make it, I guess I'll write it super big first, because that's the only way that I know how to freaking make this work. Okay. I'm gonna do I can change. Doesn't define me. Oh, Jake, that one's killer. Who I am. Let's see. Let me make this smaller again so I can actually write some more. Sorry, you guys are probably like, okay. Doesn't define who I am. I can change. I'm a normal human being for having these feelings. Yes, just say no. John is Glenn or John. Glenn just said John is smart. That's funny. Um, okay, I can change. Doesn't define who I am. Um, I can do this. I feel like that's pretty valid, right? Pretty solid, pretty good stuff. All right, let's see. I don't know why this is so tricky for me to freaking make this bigger. It's like so glitchy for some reason. Okay, I can change. Doesn't define who I am. And these are beautiful thoughts. These are awesome, awesome, awesome thoughts. Okay. Now, with this thought of I can change, it doesn't define who I am, and I can do this. What's a feeling that you can, that arises in you when you have these thoughts of, I can do this? positivity, optimism, all that good stuff. What are some feelings that arise? Hope, empowerment. First off, really quick, guys, I'm so grateful how active the chat is right now. This is amazing. This is so good. Empowerment, hope, joyful, hopeful again, power to do this, power to you, empowerment. Yes, I love this. Hopeful and joyful, uplifting. Yes, I love these. Let's go ahead and choose a few. The power to do this. These are all so good. Hope was said a lot. Empowerment was said a lot. Whoops. Inspired, determined. I love that. I'm gonna throw on determined on there. I love that word. And we'll go inspired. Okay. Um, I will say, I will clarify really quick. I'm using this example of pulling a bunch of thoughts and a bunch of feelings and a bunch of actions to just for this example. But when you guys are doing your own CTFAR, try to pick one thought, one feeling, one action, and one result. Okay. Just want to clarify that. But for the sake of this, I think this is great to see other people's thoughts and, throwing it up here on the whiteboard can be so good. Okay. So, so good. All right. Let's see. I love what's going on right now. This camaraderie is awesome. John just said whatever Glenn said. Man, you guys need to freaking shoot a message on it to each other on the school community. This is so funny. All right. Let's see. Action is being proactive. Oh, jumping ahead, I see. Okay, let's see. So with these feelings of, hope, empowerment to yourself, determination, inspired to, get to the result that you want and have after these thoughts of, hey, I can do this, I can overcome this for good. What actions do you guys think would come after these feelings of hope, empowerment, determination, inspiration? What come, you guys think? Being proactive. Yeah, that's a great one. Being able to process your urges. I'm gonna throw that up there. Want to process urges. Any more? Keep throwing them up there. Let's see. Any other ones? Maybe more able to focus on good things. Yeah. So I honestly just uh you're gonna recognize yourself being more optimistic, honestly. Ooh, optimistic. Optimistic. There we go. Look what I'm doing on Tuesdays. Yeah, doing activities that bring positivity to your life, which will increase the power to accomplish your goal. Yeah. And make good progress on goals. Reach out and connect with others. Oh, I love that. Reach out and connect with others. I love that. Good stuff. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, this is an awesome list. Holy smokes. All right. Now, with your action of, wanting to process urges, or I'm not even going to say that. I don't think that's the right wording. Um, what's the word I want to look for here? Go ahead and throw some word. What? It'd be like a desire to like, I don't know. What can I say here? Willing to accept yourself? No, Brian, that's not what I'm thinking. It's like, uh, like let me just throw this up on the paper really quick. Commitment to learn more, or like commitment to. I'm trying to think of like you having like the commitment to like the motivation to like like learn about how to overcome pornography for good. That's what I'm trying to put in words. Commitment to learn. We'll just do commitment to learn. Persevere. Yeah, yeah. Okay, you guys understand what I'm saying. You guys got it. All right, this is perfect. Okay, commitment to learn. Recognizing yourself, being more optimistic, right? Having that optimism there. Reaching out and connecting with others. I love, love, love that. I love it. Now, if you guys have those actions of, hey, your desire to overcome this for good, what's your result going to be? We wrote it down already, right? Don't allow pornography to control me. You're processing emotion and your urges, and you're having a great, optimistic, beautiful life full of relationships and connection, right? Sorry, I keep looking over here at the chat, but you guys are right here. Okay, this is the model. Okay. Now it's so important to recognize that our negative model has the same thought or same circumstance as our positive model. Okay. It's the exact same. I just copied and pasted it over. But look at the result. The result are polar opposites. Okay. And what's the first thing that we had to change in this model to get the result you're looking for? What's the first thing that you had to change? Thoughts, right? Your thoughts are the first things that need to change. Yeah, guys, perfect. Austin, Glenn, thank you. Thoughts are what need to change. Okay. And obviously, it's easier said than done, right? If I tell you, hey, stop thinking this about yourself or stop thinking about this, right? It's what that me saying is one thing, but being able to apply that as another, right? But recognizing that, hey, if I can have a different thought on the same exact circumstance, everything changes. You thought is required before an action happens. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay. So I want you guys to recognize this. Should the result always be the same in the positive model? As in like this result here, like that we wrote down, John, like, having a great life, processing emotion, all that stuff. Is that what you're saying? Or could the result be different but still positive? Okay. So no, the short answer, no, John. The result does not have to be this exact thing. Okay. It could be, and I can even, erase this and throw up like, um, you know, uh, continue to work hard. Um, the result could be learn more. Like you have the ability to learn more, or something like that. Does that make sense? So it doesn't have to be. There you go. It doesn't have to be, what we wrote down. It's honestly whatever result you want. Okay. Um, if your result if your result isn't on here, um, just change it. Okay. But the goal here is to get your circumstance, your thought, your feeling, your action, and your result all on paper. So then you can see them all very clearly right there. And what that's going to do, it's going to allow you to recognize, are my thoughts going to align with my feelings? Are my feelings going to align with my actions? And is that going to align with my result? If your answer is no to any of those, let's try to, let's work on it, right? That's where the coaching comes in. Okay. I don't know why I keep looking over here. You guys are right here. John said thumbs up. Perfect. All right, a couple more things that I want to point out here, okay, that can be really, really helpful as you're working through your own CTFAR model. All right, so I already touched on circumstance, right? Your circumstance is the exact same. And what does it have to be? It has to be fact, okay? Your circumstance has to be a fact. If one way or another, someone can argue with you about that circumstance, it doesn't work, okay? It does not work. Okay, and then the second thing is recognizing that your circumstances are the same and your results are completely different. Your thoughts are what change. All right. Now, if you guys want, this is another thing that you guys can do. You are allowed to write that circumstance out, jump to your result, and work backwards. Okay. I do that a lot to point out to people that you can start from where you want to be, and then how do I get there, instead of, I'm here and I want to get to where I want to be, right? So working backwards. So we can do this with the positive model, right? Your result of, I'll use this one for an example, right? Your result is being able to process emotions and urges healthfully. Okay, let's say that's your result here. Okay, you can ask yourself, what action do I need to take to get to that result? Maybe if I recognize, or sorry, maybe if I start to recognize that I can be optimistic, or maybe if I can recognize that, or if I can, reach out to other people, maybe that can help. Or maybe having that connection with other people can allow me to process emotion. And maybe if I reach out and connect with others, it makes me feel more hopeful, makes me feel more empowered. And maybe I feel more determined and inspired to continue working on this result, which is processing emotion. And maybe if I feel hopeful, empowered, inspired and determined, I can continue to tell myself that I can overcome this for good, that I can change, and that this does not define who I am. Okay. Going backwards is just as helpful. Okay. There's a lot of different ways you can go about the CTFAR model. All right. Does anybody have any questions about this? Now, if I ask you guys, like I did at the beginning of the call, who's familiar with the CTFAR model? I should see a bunch of yeses, or like, yeah, I'm familiar, right? Hopefully. If I see some no's, what questions do you guys have? Does anybody have any questions? More or less, yeah. And that's the thing, is right. Like this is something that it's going to take time to uh really, sink in. I mean, I remember the first time I learned about this, it honestly just went right over my head. But the more that you learn how to process or to work through the CTFR model, the easier it becomes. And then you can eventually do it just in your head, saying, okay, what's my circumstance right now? And you can do this with anything, not just with pornography. If your circumstances, this is a funny example, but you could say, hey, my circumstance is, you know, I have to go over to my in-laws' house or something. That's a stupid example. But um, then, you could have your thought and your feeling and your action, your result. And then if that result aligns with you, great, right? If you want to have a result of a crummy day, that's all on you. But if you say, hey, I'm gonna make the most of it, I'm gonna have a good time at my family's house, what can you do to get there? All right. If you start with circumstance and work backwards, you end up with craft. Yeah, craft. Good stuff. Good stuff. And how are you gonna craft your life to where you want it to be? Let's just end the call now. No, I'm just kidding. Good job. Good job, Glenn. Nice. Would you apply this to when you are dealing with an urge? Yes, this is something else that I wanted to talk about. How much time we got left? For the last little bit. Okay. Um, can I take this off? Can I close this out, or do you guys still want it up? You guys don't respond, I'm gonna take it off. I wrote it down. No, you're good. Okay. Going once, going twice. All right. So something that's really helpful with the CTFAR model is, and this is with regard to dealing with urges, and this is where you can kind of start to recognize that the things that you learn um, here on these calls, in the videos, and eventually, like if you guys do jump into the program, like you're going to learn a lot there too. You're going to recognize that all these things kind of intertwine, and that's where you're going to find a lot of progress. Okay, so applying this to an urge, okay, it very much applies. Okay. And when I was going through the program, I made this goal and I talked a lot about this with my clients, is being able to get this in your brain and make it so comfortable and almost second nature to where you can do this every single morning. Okay. And doing this model very quickly, it doesn't have to be a 35-minute thing like we just did, but it can be very quick where you run through your circumstance of, hey, I have a long day today. Or like I guess that's more of an opinion, but like, hey, I have got this, and this today. Okay. And your thought of that could be whatever, right? Action, feeling, all that stuff. Um, when do you apply this model? Yes, good question. Um, but being able to run through this every single day, especially at the beginning of the day, it's going to allow you to recognize the result that you want. Okay, and this can be with anything, but if we're talking strictly with pornography, um, if your result is, hey, I don't want to view pornography today, or like I want to process an urge that comes up today, right? And that's your result is, I want to have a successful day. How can you get there, right? And being able to break it down that way and recognize, hey, I want, this Tuesday to be a great day where I can process urges, learn a little bit. It can really help. So it's just getting your day started off with the result that you want in mind at the end. Okay, does that make sense? Thomas said, when do you apply this model? Anytime. That's the short answer. You can apply it whenever you feel like your circumstance, um, and your result, or I guess your thoughts and your result aren't aligning with, the way you want to be. Okay. So, if you're going through the day or through the week or whatever, and you're feeling a little frustrated at yourself, maybe shame starts to kick in a little bit, do this model. It's going to get everything on paper where you can then recognize, okay, what thought do I need to change? Like, it's all about my thought. If I can change my thought, it's going to bring X, Y, and Z. Okay. And how can you change that thought? And that goes into a whole another portion of, coaching, right? Is how to change your beliefs and how to change those. And I was going to talk about that this week, but we went this route instead. But belief patterns and belief and, your thoughts and your values and stuff is where you can really utilize this. Okay. Just to recap, so you're saying that you would think about your goal and result first. Yes, but that's also recognized, like, that's why I kind of, for the positive, that's why we started with our result and then went back up to our thought. Um, just because I think, at least in my brain, like, that's how I can find a lot of success is, okay, where do I want to be and how can I get there? Okay. So Hubbard, that's what I would say. Recognize your circumstance, say, okay, where do I want to be? How do I get there? Thought has to be whatever. Your feelings have to be lined up with your thoughts. Your actions have to align with your thoughts and feelings. Okay. Of course. Good stuff. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Feeling good? Thumbs up. It's been an awesome call. It really, really has. I love the chat just going off. Like, I love it kind of just continuing to kind of boom, 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 boom. It's so good. So, so good. So continue to, stay active in the community. And this kind of goes back to, the program and community, right? Like, stay active in the community. I want you guys to continue to share your thoughts, share your insights. Honestly, today, tomorrow, this weekend, I encourage you guys to utilize and practice this CTFAR model at least one time. Just try it once and see what happens. Okay, do it on your own. If you have any questions, please message me on the school. I want to be there for you. I can help you kind of walk through it a little bit. But it's a great, 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 great place to be. Okay. Um, Good job, like the format this week, more than last. Oh, that's great. Good stuff. I'm glad. I'm glad. That makes me happy. Um, maybe the format was good because I was able to kind of get my thoughts onto the whiteboard where you guys can all see it instead of me just trying to ramble. But um, amazing, amazing work, everybody. You guys did so, so good. If you guys are looking for more, help and continuing to, find progress, like, I'm here for you, okay? I enjoyed the whiteboard too. Yeah, the whiteboard was kind of awesome. It's kind of freaking awesome. Anyway, so if you guys need extra help, if you guys are looking for, more tools and more support and more love, the coaches and I and Sarah, we're all here for you. Okay. We want to help you. We want to make sure you always have your best foot forward. If you guys have any questions, please message me. If you guys are looking to, chat a little bit more about, what the program has, how you can get the most out of it, how you can achieve that result of overcoming pornography for good, give me a call. Like, schedule a call with me. I'd love to chat with you. All the calls that I have are fantastic. I think they're so fun. I love to get to know people here, as well. I think it's so fun. Uh, Unless you guys are sick of me already, then don't call me. I'm just kidding. But amazing work, guys. Thanks, Hunter, for the support and advice. Very helpful. I'm so glad you guys were here. It was such a good call. I didn't ask where you guys were calling in from today. I wanted to switch it up and see what kind of music you guys like because I think it's fun. Next week, Sarah will be hosting next week. My little side note, my little brother, um, if you guys are religious or members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, my dad or my brother got his mission call. So he's opening it next Wednesday, which I'm pretty stoked about. So I won't be able to do the call next week, but my but Sarah will be here. Okay. Sarah's awesome. She's not as good as me. No, I'm just kidding. She's better. She's way better than I am. Will ever be. But Sarah will be here. She would love to, continue these conversations, stay active for her. It's so much fun for her as well. So I won't see you guys next week, but the following week, when I see you guys, um, I want to. see how CTFAR went. Okay. And I'll probably be reaching out to you guys, via the messages in school and or whatever, but about how that went. Because I want to see how you guys are doing. All right. Do you guys have any questions before we jump off today? Any questions? Feeling good? Okay. Awesome, awesome. Fantastic work today. Have a fantastic week. It's been so good. Go listen to some music that other people enjoy, right? Some country if you're not a country fan, some rap if you're not a rap fan, classical music if you're whatever. Okay. Amazing work, everybody. It's good to see you guys. Take care. Have a good week.